just make your necessary.
I told her to leave questions, and I entered this one, and it's just a substitute very not great. Apparently, this is not very deal. The doctor said her jaw was actually on it, but it's not. It's like it happened July 11th, so it's been a while. I was under the right now. I'm crazy. It's like maybe we can send the yard
For coffee hour, that's how it is. Can I use the table or can I put stuff on the piano? Yeah. Okay. Well, if people are standing and talking in here, maybe for the service, if you might be I have to find my unobtrusive pieces of paper. I said I have to find my. There's a lot of echo in here, isn't there?
Yeah.
I said I have to find my unobtrusive pieces of paper. Oh, come on.
It's 10.
Okay. Okay, I'm ready. Got my papers.
And then when you put in the reserve, Suzanne,
All right. Okay. Okay, 60. I have it right here. 60.
all right,
60 seconds. 60 seconds
60 seconds.
of that. No, I meant I'm going to play 60 seconds. Excuse.
She has the appointment with the surgeons. Then she
Good morning, everyone. Please take a moment to silence your phones if you haven't done so already. And those of you on Zoom, please make sure that you are on mute. I am Suzanne Hall-Fritsch, and have been a grateful member of this congregation since 2017 and have been with the Sunday Services Committee for a year. We are so happy to have you here this morning for what promises to be a wonderful service. We welcome Jim Scott this morning. Jim is a composer, guitarist, and singer, and was a member of the Paul Winter Consort for decades. His music speaks to the Unitarian Universalist traditions, and his hymns appear in the pages of our hymnal. In short, we are in for a treat. The Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Danbury has been gathering together for 20 years, and as we work to build a more just world, we respectfully acknowledge that our physical building is on the traditional land of the Pagosset people. I'm so glad that you are able to join us this morning because you are an essential part of our service today. Whether today is your first or your 1000th time in our midst, in person or online, we are stronger because you are with us. If you are new to our community and joining us online, we invite you to introduce yourself and where you are connecting from in the chat box as you are comfortable. At the conclusion of today's service, you will have the chance to participate in a breakout group for individual connections and deeper check-ins. If you are new and in person, please fill out a visitor card at the table near the exit before you leave today. And for heaven's sakes, join us for coffee. We love to meet new people. We are one people of many beliefs, many origins, sexualities, and genders. We are all growing, all learning, all loved. Just as you are welcome here. And now it is my pleasure to welcome Jim Scott.
Good morning, everyone. I've been singing this song for decades now, and that's a little loud from me right here. It's been attributed to me, but I didn't write it. A great Brazilian composer, Ivan Lins, wrote this melody, and he let us take that melody and put new English words to it. And I got to sing it. And you can help. There's a chorus. Voices are calling round the earth. Music is rising in the sea. The spirit of morning fills the air, guiding my journey home. Where is the path beyond the forest? Where is the song I always knew? I remember it just around the bend. In the village, the music never ends. In a circle of friends, in a circle of sound, all our voices will blend when we touch common ground. That's the chorus. We can do it in 2 languages like this. In a circle of friends. Come on, this is not TV. In a circle of sound, all our voices will blend when we touch common ground. 3 people doing it. Somewhere is the melody we need. There is a certain harmony, even a rhythm in the trees, the song that we've always known. As every road comes to its end, so every path must cross again. Now I'm returning to my heart, back to the song that is our own. In a circle of friends, in a circle of sound, all our voices will blend when we touch common ground. Is this too loud? It seems uncomfortably loud to me right here. Is it too loud for you? I'm trying to back away.
No, actually, yeah, you should move the mic a little bit further back.
God
Move the
will
mics a
fix
little
it.
further bit away from you. You'll hear it better.
I'm moving away from it, but that's not helping. He's got to turn it down.
Okay.
I don't have a choice. The only adjustment is to move it farther from you.
He can't turn it down.
It's regulated by distance. Yeah, exactly.
God or the Wizard of Oz doesn't have.
Wizard has no lever for that device.
Okay, we're backing away then. Somewhere is the melody we need. There is a certain harmony, even a rhythm in the trees, in the song that we've always known. As every road comes to its end, so every path must cross again. Now I'm returning to my heart, to the song that is our own. In a circle of friends, in a circle of sound, all our voices will blend when we touch common ground. Voices are calling round the earth. Music is rising in the sea. The spirit of morning fills the air, guiding my journey home. Here is the path beyond the forest. Here is the song I always knew. I remember it just around the bend. In the music, the village never ends. In a circle of friends, in a circle of sounds, all our voices will blend when we touch common ground. We light a chalice at the commencement of our spiritual gatherings. I wonder, would you, thank you, would you handle the sacred matches while I talk? We have this flaming chalice. Chalice and flame is a symbol of our free faith, we say, our free search for faith, our free lack of faith, as some have put it, and it is symbolic of a great many things. On another Sunday, I can promise you, it will have an entirely different connotation. But for me today, it means the earth is a vessel, sailing on with a fire in its heart. And the inside of the earth, someone told me, I believe it was on NPR, is virtually as hot as the sun. Now, if it's not hot on the inside, where are the flames on the outside? Well, we must be them. We are that energy force of Earth, burning, oxidizing, green and blue and white when you see us from out in space, down here on the ground, fashioning from the Earth a whole spectrum of color, providing this mysterious and mystical balance of peace and health and justice that we might call spirit. And I like this word spirit, as you'll see. May we say together, I'm new here, I believe we say this together, is that right? May we say our chalice lighting affirmation as soon as I put on my glasses. I'm in denial about the glasses. Love is the spirit of this congregation, and justice is its right. This is our covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek and speak the truth in love, to help one another and celebrate life. And for anyone under 21 or anyone in their second childhood or regressing, let's read this children's affirmation together.
We are Unitarian Universalists.
We are people with open minds, loving hearts, and helping hands.
Care about each other and each other.
I'm always honored, delighted to get to do this song that I made up in a desperate attempt to get something into the Gray Hymn Book, and I succeeded. So I am number 347 now, and I go someplace. Oh, there's Jim Scott. Oh, Florence, this is number 347. So it is number 347, or is it right there? Okay. And may we stand as willing and able. I forgot the guitar strap, so I'm going to stay sitting down. Gather the spirit, harvest the power, our separate fires will kindle one flame. Witness the mystery of this hour, our triumph in this life appear all the same. Gather in peace, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy now and then. Gather in hope, compassion and strength. Gather to celebrate once again. Gather the spirit of heart and mind. Seeds for the sowing are laid in store. Nurtured in love and conscience refined, with body and spirit united once more. Gather in peace, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy, now and then. Gather in hope, in hope, compassion and strength. Gather to celebrate once again. Gather the spirit, growing in awe, drawn by the moon and fed by the sun. And summer to fall, the chorus of life resounding as one. Gather in peace, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy, sympathy now and then. gather in hope, gather in hope, no passion and strife, gather to celebrate once again. We are gathered again in that dangerous bastion, the church that threatens family values, the church that wants to undermine the authority of the Father, the church that has half forgotten the Creator in its pagan worshiping of the creation, the church that those right-wing radio ministries have warned us about. This church of bleeding heart liberalism, some thinly veiled front for leftist politics, of homosexual propaganda. I like it here. The church assures you you won't be going to hell no matter what you do in this life. And the church that often leaves the first few pews open for the diversity we're sure is going to show up, we're open to it. The church of practicing witches, whose very assertion they don't believe in any devil confirms they must be accomplishing some of his work. And the church that sings carefully, not sure if there are any words we can totally subscribe to, and not be questioning ourselves tomorrow or in the next worship committee meeting. The church that is not sure if there is in fact anything that we can celebrate with that passion and abandon those other churches hold for Jesus, the Savior, Son of God the Father. Although something lurks in us, we might be missing out on some of their fun. It is that search for ecstasy, enlightenment, and other things, including free coffee, which is often the only thing whose origins we don't question, that brings us together. That was a joke. This is my church, and I'm a zealot. This is a church that says to everyone, you're not only welcome, but we need you and your creative input in our continuing dynamic and evolving culture. Diversity is a strength, a survival mechanism we believe in. We face the challenge of weighing new and ancient wisdom in our search for guidance in this life, as well as the continuing creation of our own mythology. It's not an easy job. And we come together in meetings like this to offer each other ourselves for sustenance. Now, as a great Universalist minister mentor to me, I started at the Universalist Church of Norwell, Massachusetts. I'm old enough to be one U before the two U's got together. He would say at this point, well, that's about all I had to say. But I'm not going to stop now. Oh, great. Now something's going to happen. I would just like to... to paraphrase that I said, you won't be going to hell no matter what you do in this life. Now that is a basic principle of universalism. And I remember at age 5 or 6, leaving that tall, narrow church with a spire. And my dad, taller than I am, with a deep voice, I had him for math in high school, small school. He said, I guess hell had been brought up in the service and something in a song, maybe the fires of hell or something. And he said, well, we Universalists don't believe that a loving God would sentence us to an eternity of damnation and hellfire. That was a liberating thing to find out when I was a kid. And that is the gift we give to our children, to have the fortitude, the chutzpah to question that bombardment of commonly accepted knowledge that sneaks into everything from commercials to movies to TV or something, of a certain kind of belief. And I give them good hearts. There are people that apparently they think we were a Christian country at some point, and we should get back to being a Christian country or something. I haven't understood that myself, but That's not what we believe. We believe in collecting the information and with your highest ideals and intention to figure it out for yourself, and we will help you. That's the third and fourth principles there, got mixed up. So, I like to, even when I don't see many people under 21 in front of me, I like to put a kid's song in a program, because kid songs are sneaky. You can sing about all kinds of values in a kid's song and not scare anybody. You can sing about sharing and nobody calls you a communist like that. So I wrote this song with an elementary school class. These kids told me all about the rainforest, and they knew all about it. They told me about the animals in the rainforest. There's a lot of animals in the song. And they told me about the 4 levels of the rainforest. I'd never heard that before, but the 4 levels are in there. And then we see how they all go together. On the ground level, turtles and leopards and snakes live in the shelter the understory makes. The ground is so soft and the air is so clear, with 300 inches of rain every year. Oh, let the rain feed the thirsty ground. Sing me the song of life you sing, such a beautiful sound. Does that sound like a participatory refrain to you? With 4 notes, oh, let the rain, you can sing it, feed the thirsty ground. Sing me the song of life, sing me the song of life you sing, such a beautiful sound. And down in the ground, the worms and the ants nurture the roots of the flowering plants. And up in the canopy, life is a breeze. Orangutans swing from the limbs of the trees. Oh, let the rain feed the thirsty ground. Sing me the song of life, sing me the song of life you sing, such a beautiful sound. Now while some of us sing that part, we need an antiphonal choir to sing another part that goes, rain come down, rain come down. That's it, rain come down. If you got a higher voice, rain come down. Oh, let the feed the thirsty ground. Sing me the song of life you sing, such a beautiful sound. And the third verse is high up above, where the toucans fly. Emergent treetops reach into the sky. There's more kinds of plants than anyone knows. Look out, there's a sloth hanging by her 3 toes. Oh, let the rain feed the thirsty ground. Sing me the song of life you sing, such a beautiful sound. Oh, let the rain. And about this point, I like to put in the pop quiz. What were those 4 levels of the rain? Well, I don't see any 3rd graders out there, so I'll just tell you. This is the way I remember it. My musical memory device. There's the understory. The understory. If you got a low voice, the understory. Understory. And the ground level. You can be the ground level. The understory. Or the ground level. when the under canopy ground level and the understory and the emergent good is the ground level and the chorus. Oh, let the feed the thirsty ground. Sing me the song of life you sing, such a beautiful sound. Oh, let go, feed the thirsty ground. Sing me the song of life you sing, such a beautiful sound. Rain come down, rain come down, rain come down, rain come down. Oh yeah. So what that shows me is there's all this stuff going on up in the air, down in the ground, down in the water, all around us are all these things that are working together to keep us going. And one word for that might be harmony. I like that because I'm a musician. But another word for it just might be peace. So kids are going to go off and do something more interesting now. And we will sing you out with just one more chorus of that song, if we might.
This little light of mine?
Oh,
Yeah, that's all right. Jerry had car trouble, so we're going to do this a cappella. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Now is the time to share our personal milestones, those joys lifting us up and any sorrows weighing us down. For those milestones that have not yet found voice but nevertheless resonate in our hearts, please come forward to drop a stone in the water as you reflect on your silent milestone. Okay, this is the time of the service when we just take a moment to gather ourselves, take in all that we have heard and all that we have shared. I am going to light one candle here for all of those wishes that have gone unexpressed. And as I ring the singing bowl, let's just all take a moment to breathe and reflect. Okay, Jim. Song of reflection.
As we celebrate today our Mother Earth, our life support system, we can take this opportunity, this moment, to celebrate our more immediate life support system, the work of this church community. And that means take the offering. And while you are practicing detachment, I will sing you a song. Peace is a rolling sea, so full of mystery. I feel its harmony in ebb and crest. Peace is a work of art that moves the open heart. Peace is a place to start and final rest. Harmony of harmony, I hear you sing to me. Let it wash over me, let it begin. Harmony of harmony, unfolding melody. I am your instrument. Let peace begin with me. Peace is a beacon bright that brings us inner sight, a radiating light, conquering fear. Peace is the wild bird's call, the painted leaves in fall. Peace is the health of all. I feel it here. Harmony of harmony, I hear you sing to me. Let it wash over me, let it begin. Harmony of harmony, unfolding melody. I am your instrument. Let peace begin with me. Harmony of harmony, I hear you sing to me. Let it wash over me. harmony, let it begin. Harmony of harmony, unfolding melody. I am your instrument. Let peace begin with me. I'm going to stand up and do this, I guess. I just have to talk to you. I collect you churches, you see, and I've done my sociological study on this. I married into a special needs son who has a brain injury and he's 40 now, but is on the autism spectrum, and when he's excited, he goes like this. But then when someone says that they went on a rafting trip, then we all applaud. I don't understand. I know we passed rules about this. Yeah, keep up. Oh, I need. In denial about this. So I have two sort of lengthier things to say. That it's not one whole big sermon, so don't worry. A poem that's, wait a minute, I got the wrong thing here. I think I'm new here. Yes. I'll read the one that agrees with the title if you have an order of service. That would probably make some people happy. I know how we can be. Okay, this poem is a little bit of a rant. I need to prepare you for that. But to explain, I have a great friend. She was my manager, oh my gosh, 30 years ago. But we remain friends. She is very Christian. And I can accept that as beautiful imagery and all that. But she'll say certain things that I find so human-centric and so small. I want to say, God, really? God is that small that like going to intervene in your basketball game or something like that? I heard, perhaps you heard on NPR yesterday, I heard a discussion about that it's pretty much a mathematical certainty. Not only is there other life out there, there's probably parallel universes. By the time you get to infinity, you probably have a place just like this. Except that car in the parking lot that's red is blue, and things like that. Some molecules got off, but really, wow, that's the kind of thing that I love to just have my mind get totally expanded with contemplating such things. So she said something, and I found myself saying, well, is God just for humans or for everything? Oh, everything. So I happened to see on Facebook, oh, I'm so sorry your dog died, faithful companion, but I'm sure she's up in heaven happily chasing squirrels. Heaven's not so good for squirrels, I guess. So is it just our little planet or the whole solar system or the universe? Oh yes, the universe, the whole universe. The guy I heard talking yesterday someone else. You are always smarter than me. I can't remember. His name is Green, I believe. Talking with Robert Krulwich, and he said our whole universe might be just one bubble in a bubble bath. You know, there's all these other ones. Wow. Okay. So, so if there is, so I know some of us might even have difficulty at using the three-letter word God in certain ways. So just forgive me if I use this word a lot. Oh God, of the two black holes that collided 2 billion years ago, but we just felt it now because it was so far away. And God, of the 275 million or so stars that will be born on this Earth day and again tomorrow. And God of this little star with 8 or 9 planets, depending on who's counting. And God of this little planet, are you the same God? God of the elements, water, air, fire, and earth, and of viruses and bacteria and fungi and DNA, of photosynthesis and contagion and immunity, of growth and struggle, of suffering and surviving, of crimes and mistakes, of wounds and of healing. God of evolution, diversity, nature, and lately humanity, of ideals and passion, of greed and dominance, of civilization, agriculture, industry, fossil fuels, and plastic. God of science and nonsense. God of truth and lies. God of war and oppression, enslavement, genocide, the refugees, the dispossessed, the lost, the broken. God of hate and anger, and hiding right behind them, fear, and of amends and compassion, of cooperation. Now, this is important, of cooperation. God of memory, stories, and lessons, of art and expression, of sharing and understanding, of love. Was love involved back there with the 2 black holes? And God of this world, are you the same God for this little group on this little part of this little ball that has brought us again, the leaning toward and away from the sun, bringing us through the summer to an autumn, making for the seasons, awakening again that lust for life, adventure, exploration, risk, ecstasy, awareness, and aging, and enlightenment, where all our mistakes of the past become the compost for the fertile earth from which all is made anew. Are you still there? I know this is getting long. God of the senses, of beauty, of sorrow and elation, God for that one particular species with the power of language and learning, of dreams and longing, of vision and imagination, to have created you in our image. It was the best we could do. We who don't even know your name, we fight about that. We who in this last flash of time have come to some little perspective on the whole thing. God of the wisdom of matter and energy trading places. God of big bangs and expanding universes and benign lack of oversight and trust in the evolution of things, to have let us go here with Eden. And maybe the same, but different, on lots of other planets, around lots of other stars, in 500 billion galaxies, hundreds of billions of stars in each, 1 in 6 stars with planets around them. The odds are pretty good, God, of trillions of atoms at this very moment. Thanks for all this. Far beyond the grasp of hands, or light to meet the eye, past the reaches of the mind, there find the key to nature's harmony in an architecture so entwined. Like the birds whose patterns grace the sky and carry all who join in love expanding. The message of peace will rise in flight, taking the weight of the world upon its wings. In the oneness of everything, peace is in the dance of trees who stir before the first breath of wind is yet perceived. Trust in the song, becoming one with the dance, and all mysteries can be believed. Songs of lives long past that touch our own are written in the earth, forever giving. And now, to maintain the harmony, gives to us all lives worth living. For the oneness of everything. Still we seek to find a truth that we might understand and reduce to terms defined. Vast and immeasurable time and space, all so overwhelmingly designed. Oh, passing years, just might I know the faith that winters in the heart, to be reborn in spring, to hear and to feel the pulse of life enters my soul as a song to sing. For the oneness of everything. Now read the other thing that agrees with the other. There is no doubt that life is all out there in the universe. A mathematical certainty, some say. But all we really know about life is here on this little planet, Earth. We know a lot more about life and its mysteries lately, which gives me hope. But we need more than hope. We need a vision. We also need a plan, and we need the will. With the Paul Winter Consort some years ago, I was part of creating a big choral work called the Missa Gaia Earth Mass. Missa is Latin and Gaia is Greek, but who knew that? It sounded good. And Mr. Lovelock, James Lovelock, a scientist, had come out with a book around that time, just a little before that, that we had read the book. Paul passed it around saying, you got to check this out. His Gaia hypothesis, he said, because he's a scientist, he says things like that. We take it as more than a hypothesis, I think. His hypothesis is that the earth is one living thing, one living being, and we're all a part of that one living being. Well, scientists debated the semantics of that for a while, and I'm sure some people still do. But the idea is we're all connected and inseparable, in fact. And, you know, this is really not about humans and polar bears and things like that. It's about viruses and bacteria and fungi, and it's about molecules and atoms, and, you know, molecules of disease will take us out. So that's how I get to pondering in a funny way about God. You know, I mean, what if God created the viruses and the bacteria and the stuff and said, okay, good luck? Is that where the way it went? and here we are. So Mr. Lovelock used this Greek goddess Gaia that I think I didn't know about Gaia, but I knew Zeus and Neptune and things, but I wonder how many of us, you know, 40 years ago were familiar with Gaia, the kind of Mother Earth figure who has her vengeful side in the mythology, as a matter of fact. We didn't get into that. So the idea is, however you want to think of it. Oh, so the Unitarian Universalists around that same time created our seventh principle of the interdependent web of all life, another way of saying the same thing, that we're all one, we're all connected. We love singing things about we're all one, and so on. This is a very small planet. Carl Sagan said, a mote of dust in a sunbeam when he saw the Earth from space. It's not very big compared to the universe. And Rebecca Solnit writes in Harper's Magazine that after World War II, now I was born after World War II. World War II is ancient history to me, but not that long after World War II. So she says, human cities at the time were in ruins. What is it, 60 or 80 million people died in all this, along with the related other wars and genocides that went on. Nearly half of that World War II decimation was the Soviet Union. We don't learn about that in school, but anyway, the human world had ruins all around, but still jungles and rainforests and what we call wild places. Although we'd been warned people had been warning us for centuries that the encroachment is happening, wild places were still pretty much there. The occasional lost species here and there. But what has happened concurrent with my lifetime is a war on the earth unprecedented by anything that ever happened in the history of this planet. This is the sixth great extinction. The other ones, we know how they happened. They didn't happen this way in 70 some years that we take it out. That, in fact, that asteroid that hit the earth 65 million years ago that took out the dinosaurs, it took out a lot of stuff in one day. But it only took about 100,000 more years, not very long, for the dinosaurs to finally fade out, you know. So we're doing this really rapidly. And there's no excuse, you know. There is no excuse for our privilege, for our abundance, and our waste, the way we're doing it. So there are 3 times as many people on the earth as when I was born. and there's a quarter of the insects. And I'm not going to just hit you with statistics about things. There's some kind of spiritual backbone that is necessary to do what we got to do. And I think we're the people. I'm just a little biased, you know. So we're a water planet. 2/3 of the earth is covered by salt water, oceans, and 1/3 is the continents. And the potable water is mostly in the glaciers, more than in all the rivers and aquifers and everything. And that is fast disappearing. We're messing up the whole equation of everything that made life. A great friend of mine, Rex Weiler, helped start the oh my gosh, am I having a Mitch McConnell moment? Greenpeace. Rex Weiler started Greenpeace. He was one of those kids in the 60s in the boats confronting the whalers, and some of his photographs are the most iconic parts of that. I interviewed him. I do these online concerts. I interviewed him talking. He's also a songwriter, amazing character. And I hate to tell you that he says we're done for. You know, humans have done ourselves out of existence. We're exceeding the sustainability of this earth, and he doesn't think we're going to stop. So he says nothing short of the great disaster that will happen probably. I don't want to think that way. I kind of refuse to think that way, really. There's a wonderful author, his last name is Nguyen, says, perhaps the world's smartest animal, the ape-addicted apes, will party themselves into non-existence. Is that us? Oh, I don't want to hear it. I got more stuff on Spotify, and I just want to, I'll go to YouTube. And I don't want to read you all this. I'm usually preaching to the convicted, you see, so I know, you could get angry at me and just say, oh, stop telling me that stuff. You know, we know we're all messed up. That radical journal, Forbes magazine, says, it's worse than previously thought. There's an environmental group in the UK, not that they've given up at all, but their lead line is, it's too late. These are happy people. They play drums and hug trees in the forest and, party and all of that. But their lead line is, it's too late. And how much later than too late are you gonna wait to change your behavior? This keeps me up at night. This gets me writing songs as well. And I want to just share with you that I got a grant to make a big piece of music that maybe I can bring here sometime. A multimedia show with projecting big PowerPoint images, and maybe it'll be videos if we get carried away, illustrating my most hard-hitting environmental message songs. I'm calling it the Year to Save the Earth campaign. So we're going to do it live. I live in Worcester. We're going to do it with band and choir and a big Ben-Hur production in Worcester at some point, but this winter. But I'm doing a solo version of it now, and I want to take it everywhere. It's what I can do as an artist. But the things that we can do is never buy that plastic bottle. Do not take that plastic bag. They end up in the bellies of cows. The plastic deteriorates into micro specks that are now a cloud in all the water. What are we going to do? There's nothing other than stop doing what we're doing. But this is hard for me because, you see, I know what's good for me. People have told me, and I've read books and I've seen things, I've got computer software on what's good for me, but I don't necessarily do it. Why is that? I must be an addict. I must be wounded, alienated, torn from the very interconnectedness that would heal me, filling that emptiness with any kind of diversion and immediate gratification while the spirit of life on earth is dying. So what keeps me going is that idea that we are all one thing, Gaia thing like that. What gets me up every day is saying that I still have hope in all of this, is that everything that we are jangled masses of protoplasm when we left the ocean and began to think we were separate. We had this model from where? From whom? Well, from our mother, the earth. Is she a deity, a goddess? Well, that's beautiful, but she's our ancestor. She evolved all of this stuff. Breathing system, you know, the green things out there breathe out and we breathe in, so on. The outer membrane, the ozone layer, the water cycle, the circulatory system of the earth, the digestion of the earth, everything going back to the soil. I know, entropy, things just break up everywhere, but we say figuratively, they go back to the earth. And hopefully, the way the earth has worked, they are renewed, not at the rate we're piling it on the earth. So everything I do in life better be to build that organism, to build that one body of life and maintain this sustainable living thing, this Gaia or Mother Earth. And we are made in her image. A little less spherical perhaps, but we have all those same life systems that our Mother Earth figured out and did here. Maybe the same things have happened on other planets. So there's no description of what we have to do short of healing. It has occurred to me that we have 7 principles. They're wonderful. Now we have an 8th. There's not a self-healing principle. And I think that's where we got to start. Through forgiveness, because we're not going to get anywhere on guilt. We're not going to get anywhere telling ourselves that we're an evil pox upon the planet. We got to get motivated. And healing is the first step. Our job and the future of humanity's job, our children's job, is a job of healing the earth and each other. So if I did things not quite the way it said in the order of service, I hope you'll forgive me, and we will bring this to a close with this song. It's an old Russian folk song. Nobody knows, well, nobody I've found knows who wrote it. I didn't say that right. I don't know who wrote it. But it sounds like this in Russian. Наши жизни мы должны соткать из света звук, пропеть его в ночи, чтоб звезды слушали во сне и хоровод водили в тишине. Isn't that nice? Everybody! I love to do that. Somehow it went from Russia to Brazil. I'm not sure what happened. I was just going to make a better translation than what I'd heard at friends' Quaker gatherings. and that would be a complete, correct English sentence. And I got carried away and added 2 verses. My wish for you, as now we part, is for greater peace to fill your heart with dreams as vast as starry space. So hurt and anger know no place. May truth be shared and wounds be healed, and joy for living be revealed. Through every fate and circumstance, may hope lead weary steps to dance, and may your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing awake the light, then softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night. Are the words up there? No, the words aren't up on the screen. The words are written small in your order of service. And it's number 1059 in the Teal hymn book. I'll sing a line, you sing it back. And may your life be as a song. Try it. And may your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing awake the light. Resounding with the dawn, to sing awake the light, then softly serenade the stars, then softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night, ever dancing circles in the night. Try the whole thing. May your life, and may your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing awake the light, then softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night. Well, it turns into a 4-part round. Ha ha ha. But I know we can do it in at least 2 parts if you'll self-select. Someone out there can do the second part. I'll show you where it starts. If you're unsure, stick with me. And may your life be as a song, not yet, reason. And may your life be to sing awake the light, then softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night, ever dancing circles in the night, ever dancing circles in the night, ever dancing circles in the night. When Wisdom was a striking young man, he met a beautiful woman named Love. Now, I'm not really sure who was the man and who was the woman. Maybe they were the same sex. I'd like to keep you, said Wisdom. You can't own me, said Love, but I love you anyway. What would it cost to know you'd always be there, asked Wisdom. Don't ask such questions, said Love. Just look at the stars. Why? Wisdom pondered. Are they telling us something? Oh, chill out, chided Love, which made Wisdom happy in a funny sort of way. And so it was that Wisdom fell in love with Love and thus became truly wise. Let's go in peace. As we extinguish this chalice, our time together comes to an end and the service begins. Thank you.
Please feel free to turn and greet each other now as we begin to open up for coffee. Thank you so much, Tim.
Join us for coffee hour and analysis.
I think congregation, but maybe not. I mean, I know it was human.
Of got my stitches out, so I'm
Oh,
making progress in the healing, but it's gonna be slow. It's gonna be slow.
oh, I'm so sorry.
Well, actually, it's gonna be really great because hopefully, I still have the hope that I'll be able to swim again and have that kind of range of
Hmm.
motion.
Right,
So,
right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Hi, Keith.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
Hi,
How are
Keith.
you?
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing okay.
Oh, that's too bad he wasn't there to do a sound check. That makes it rough.
Yeah, he wasn't there to do a sound check, but that's okay. It worked.
It
Uh,
worked. It seemed to have gotten better.
It did. I didn't change anything,
Oh.
but I can't change anything. All I can do is say get closer or farther from the mic. But anyway, I think we just got used to hearing it that way. That's what I think.
Right.
Anyway, oh, your camera automatically turns itself to follow you. That's cool.
Yes.
I didn't quite catch that. I've got the TV's Gail connected the laptop to the TV, so I hear the sound coming out of there. A lot of times I'll look up to see you all up there, but then you
Right.
can't. It's like I'm looking off in space. But
Yep. Too complicated.
it might have been helpful if I'd put on my hearing aids this morning. They're still new enough that I don't always remember.
Sure. Well, they don't always do what you wish they would do either. But Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna go off and get ready to find some lunch.
That sounds
Okay.
like a good idea. Yeah. What time do you have to be back at the Ridge?
I need to be back a little after 2 to get ready for this afternoon. I gotta set up the equipment. But I have to have some lunch. I have to tutor someone at 1 o'clock first, so I'm busy.
Yeah. So
Well-
I have purchased tickets on Zoom.
Great. So it shouldn't be a problem, but if there is for some reason, email me and I'll get you hooked in.
I didn't know you do the concerts online as well. That's really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, that we do. So wherever the website is for Music at the Ridge, you can put in a request, or like I said, you could just send me an email and I'll send you an invite. But it's another way to help make money to pay the musicians.
Right.
Cool.
Right.
That's nice.
Because we're not going anywhere, Keith. I
Uh,
don't,
Yeah.
I got a, my battery is running low message
Okay.
here, so I
All
might
right.
catch. I might-
okay. Bye, guys. Have a good time. Have a good day.
Goodbye. Nice to see you for a minute today.
Yes.
Good to see you too. So, thanks.
See you later.
Yeah, oh, there you are. Okay. I'm still here, Marie, if you're not cutting out.
Okay.
So, Keith, have a good day and give my best to Margaret, please.
Thanks.